And I realized that I am still using old survival tactics in new situations, and that is a problem. You understand? That is a problem. Not to chastise myself, not to make me feel like shit, but that is a problem. And I realized that because for me, when I'm explaining something and we're in a conversation and you take the conversation and start talking about something that has nothing to do with the conversation, but you want me to sit with you and go all around the world where it's bullshit, and I'm supposed to sit here and listen to that, I'm not doing that. And then because what you're in my brain yesterday, because remember I told you to stop yesterday, in my brain you're trying to manipulate me the same way my ex-husband was trying to manipulate me, not because you want to come to a resolution, but because you want to get out of the argument and without changing any behavior. That's what my brain process, or at least used to process, right? So Jaden goes to me, even though you know what they're going to say, because you're psychic and because you've done this before, he was like, you need to let them say what they feel like saying. You have to let them say what they need to say. And I looked at him, I was just like, even though I know it's bullshit, he was like, even though you know it's bullshit. He was like, and then once they're finished, then you take the pieces that you heard and you explain it to them again. And I'm just like, and I'm sitting there going, do you know how much time that's going to fucking take? And Jaden was just like, this is part of communication. And I was just like, you know what? You're right. And I tell you, you can learn from anyone. My son is brilliant. All my sons are brilliant. My friend is brilliant. You know, Michaela's brilliant. Everybody's brilliant. But anyway, I digress. So when I got downstairs yesterday, I sat with my spirit team and I was just like, okay, he's telling me I need to listen to people because I keep cutting people off. He's not the first person that told me that. Even at work, they're like, can I finish? And I'm like, no, what are you finishing for? You're explaining because I'm going to defend myself just a little bit right now, because what I find is people try to defend their dumb shit. Like, you're trying to defend yourself and explain to me why you're doing something I don't need you to do. You understand? You're trying to explain to me why you did something wrong. I don't care why you did it wrong. Just don't do it. You understand? I don't care why you did it. I don't need you to explain to me why you did it. I don't care. But now I've after the lesson yesterday, I told you I hate lesson days. After the lesson yesterday, I realized that I need to come up with a protocol.